promising any financial support.
Will this do in lieu of money, Mr. Mayor?
I'm afraid not.
Behind the smiles are two chief executives who each face serious budget problems in the year to come. Both have tough choices to make and possibly unpleasant political consequences to bear. So following the banter, Cuomo and Dinkins went behind closed doors for a meeting that lasted about an hour. When it was over, there were friendly words, but apparently no deal.
I am sure I will not be satisfied with what I have to give to local governments, although it'll be very, very generous.
I'm delighted with the reception that we received here. I'm convinced that the governor and his staff will do all that they're able to assist our cause in New York. They recognize that we are in dire straits.
In other words, there's no agreement, and neither man offered specifics of the discussion. The city budget deficit is now projected at $400 million in the current fiscal year, 1990, and might possibly top $1 billion in next year's budget. That's why the amount of money the governor includes in his budget for the city is so important. This morning, during a taping of Channel 2's Sunday edition, which will be broadcast this Sunday, Mayor Dinkins disclosed that the city's finances are even worse than they were a few days ago. The purpose of this trip was to lobby for more money for next year's budget. Dinkins today raised the possibility of getting some additional state aid this year, but privately, Dinkins insiders say that whatever the state is able to come up with, it won't be much, and the city will have to deal with this year's budget deficit pretty much on its own.
We have an obligation to help nearly 8 million people in New York City who have extraordinary problems. And we will do it. Everything we can do, every way we can do it. It will be honest, it will be open, and it will be fair.
This meeting today was symbolic, but it was also the opening move in a chess game, and at stake are things like the level of city services and the number of city cops on the street. It's a game that's becoming increasingly difficult for New York City to win. In Albany, Josh Mankiewicz, Channel 2 News.
And you can see more of Mayor Dinkins' interview on the premiere of Sunday Edition with Jim Jensen and Ed Koch, bright and early, 8 o'clock this Sunday morning. Show.
And when we continue, we'll have the night in sports. The Knicks on the road again.
And to try to stay a giant step ahead of the Indiana Pacers, we will have highlights for you. Plus, homecoming, a dramatic entrance by our troops returning from Panama.
Here's a simple fact. GMC truck dealers are ranked #1 in compact truck sales satisfaction. #1. Now, here it is in simple English. Compact truck customers get high-quality treatment at GMC truck dealerships. So, the choice is simple. Go to your GMC truck dealer, where you're #1, and quality counts.
GMC Truck. It's not just a truck anymore.
GMC Truck.
The world has changed, our hopes are new. Your freedom's dry, but it's not through. Make this your year. Make time for time.
Time makes sense of the world so that you'll understand it.
Time shows you care, it's your life, so demand it.
Make time for time.
To make it clear.
Make time for time.
Make this your year, it's 1990.
Make time for time.
Be cool. It's cool to be cool.
The coolest music, the coolest radio station.
Very cool.
Warner Wolf Sports, sponsored by your local Volvo dealer.
This is a tin box. It's cute, it's red. It looks like a good place to store your valuables. And the most enticing thing of all is that it doesn't cost very much. Then again, it could cost you a lot. This message has been brought to you by Volvo, a car you can believe in.
Buy or lease a Volvo at your nearby New York, New Jersey, Connecticut Volvo dealer today.
Time for the sports. Rock is home with the flu. Warner's on vacation, so give me a break.
Sure. Well, guess who drew the short straw? The Knicks have been working overtime lately. For the third time in their last 4 games, New York has needed an extra session to decide the outcome. All 3 times, that outcome has been good. In the fourth quarter, Detlef Schrempf hits the three-point shot, giving the Pacers a 77-73 lead. But the Knicks would come back. Off the nice pass from Jackson, Ewing jams it home for a three-point Knicks lead. Then, late in regulation, with the Knicks up by 2, Detlef Schrempf spots Rick Smits, who ties the game at 89. And off to overtime, the Knicks go again. In the extra session, the big play was turned in by Charles Oakley. Off the Ewing miss, Oakley would tip it home, getting the nice roll. The Knicks would prevail one more time in overtime. 101-96 was the final. It was another night at the office for Michael Jordan. Michael scored 45 points in leading the Bulls to an easy victory over the Charlotte Hornets. In the first quarter, off the steal, Jordan would get the pass, and you guessed it, a monster slam for the easy two. It was all Jordan as he would finish 19 for 28 from the floor, 45 points in all tonight for Air Jordan. The Bulls won at 107-95. In other NBA news, New Jersey Nets rookie forward Stanley Brundy has been suspended for the rest of the season for violating the league's anti-drug policy. Brundy, a second-round draft choice from DePaul, failed a random drug test, which is given to all rookies 3 times a year. At the Brendan Byrne Arena, the first-place Devils lost to the Montreal Canadiens 5-2. In the second period, with the Devils trailing 2-1, Bruce Driver's blast from the point is deflected home by Patrick Sundstrom. The power play goal tied the game at 2-2, but the rest was all Montreal. Later in the period, Stéphane Richer breaks in on Chris Terreri and beats him for a 3-2 lead. The Canadiens went on to win it 5-2. And finally tonight, my pro picks. Warner, are you ready for this? In the NFC Championships, take the Rams and the 7 points. The Rams are going to the Super Bowl. And in the AFC Championship, take the Broncos and give the 3.5. I say the Broncos will face the Rams in New Orleans. And I get to throw it over my shoulder if
pro picks
it's not
all.
right on Monday, right?
Thanks, Michelle.
Okay.
Nice job. Back in the news, 2,000 more American soldiers are home tonight from Panama. They are members of the 82nd Airborne Division, and they arrived at Fort Bragg the way paratroopers like to. They dropped in. On the ground, the soldiers again became husbands, fathers, and sons. As you can see there, they were united with the families that they hadn't seen since the U.S. invaded Panama on December the 20th.
In just a moment, weekend weather. Mr. G says bundle up.
And then we'll take you to a real powwow right in the heart of New York City. Coming up.
You can save up for a Jaguar. Or you can choose the grace under pressure of a luxury, high-performance British motor car that gives you what you want, somewhat ahead of schedule. The name is 827, Sterling 827. And now every 89 827 comes with $5,000 cash back from Sterling.
Les Misérables, the international musical sensation that's taking the world by storm.
My own, pretending he is beside me. Monster of the house. Monster in a house.
At the Broadway Theater, call Telecharge 239-6200 for Les Misérables. Don't miss it.
Drain your brain of those bonds and stock. Leave your time clock ticking on the dot. Just let go in the keys. Sea breeze swaying, night and day playing. Hang your stress out to dry. Just let go in the keys.
For your free escape kit to the Florida Keys and Key West, call 1-800-FLA-KEYS.
The 11 o'clock weather report, sponsored by your Isuzu dealer.
Hi, Joe Isuzu here on the slopes with some helpful ski tips. 1, always wash your ski clothes in cold water. 2, always brake for trees. And 3, never drive a two-wheel vehicle when you can take the four-wheel drive Isuzu Trooper. And if you visit your Isuzu dealer now, you can enter a sweepstakes for a chance to win a ski vacation, ski equipment, and chic new clothes for your in-laws.
Buy a Trooper now and get a skier value book worth up to $8,000 off in skiers' discounts.
Crews plan to work through the night to repair a water main break which had LaGuardia Airport in a holding pattern. Traffic is almost back to normal tonight in front of the main terminal there. It was much worse earlier today. A huge main burst tying up traffic and flooding cars, taxis, and buses. Not very good, but it's getting better.
Okay. Weekend weather now, Mr. G?
We're set. We're set for the weekend. We're all excited because basically it's going to be dry and the weather for the football games and Michelle's picks. We're going to talk about that in a second. But outside down the Midtown area, we'll tell you, we have clouds and a little bit of light snow in Newark, 32 and ice slip. And New York City in at 32 degrees. Again, everybody cloudy though it was. Scattered flurries around. Westerly wind 14 barometer right now is beginning to rise. All right, Sunday will be the best day of the weekend. It's going to be very nice on Sunday. For tonight, the satellite photo showing again some scattered clouds moving across the tri-state area. Unstable area, maybe a flake or two, not to worry. And bright and brisk will be the story on Saturday with a fair amount of sun and clouds. Top temperatures right around 30 degrees. And the story on Sunday, golden sunshine and deep blue skies, very pretty. Temperatures on Sunday once again will be right around 35 degrees. Come with me, 49ers, Rams. Let's do it. Sun and clouds, temps will be in the 50s. And come with me to Denver, Broncos against the Browns. Sun and clouds, top temperatures right around 50 degrees. And let's pass the forecast at you for tonight. Starting with a couple of flurries here and there, maybe a flake or two, or 3 or 4, 15 to 20 north and west. For tomorrow, nice, partly sunny and cold. Temperatures right around 30 degrees and bottleless, nice, dry for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Somebody will be in the mid-40s.
Who will that be? No, just the beat of a tom-tom and the chant of a ceremonial dance, an ancient American Indian ritual right in the middle of New York City. These are the Thunderbird American Indian dancers holding their annual dance concert and powwow at the Theater for the New City. The performances will run through the weekend. Beautiful tradition.
It is.
That's Channel 2 News for this Friday. I'm Michelle Marsh.
And I'm Ernie Anastos. For all of us here, have a good night, a good weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.
During ShopRite's Can sale, Chase and Sanborn coffee is just 99 cents.
Relaxing music on the radio. Songs I remember without all the talk. Lite FM.
WLTW.
Don't take chances with your brake repair. Trust your brakes to Midas, where the work is done by trained experts. Nobody beats Midas. Nobody.
Antonovich is having a sale that loves women.
Designer furs are now at the lowest prices of the season. And the Antonovich Basic Female Mink and Natural Raccoon are priced lower than most 50% off sales.
Natural female mink coats from Donna Karen, Mary McFadden, Perry Ellis, Basili, and Adolfo that were $69.95 to $14.995 are now $49.95 to $89.95.
Right now, you can't do better than Antonovich for love or money. $59.95 for Donna Karen's newest mink.
This sale really does love women.